This 7-minute presentation describes the genesis and details of a Mass of gratitude for St. Cyril Methodius Seminary and its founder, Father Józef Dąbrowski, honoring 137 years of dedicated service to the Catholic Church in Polonia at the Orchard Lake Schools campus on Sunday, February 5th, along with a banquet after Mass.
Some men are born to reach a great destiny. On February 5th, we will pay tribute to a legendary man, Father Józef Dąbrowski, who conceived a great vision to start a seminary to ordain young Polish priests who would minister to the hundreds of thousands of immigrants from Poland coming to the United States in search of a better life. We will also pay tribute to his great vision, the St. Cyril and Methodius Seminary. Even Father Dąbrowski could not have imagined what his vision would have blossomed into in 137 years. We today, who have the honor and privilege of walking on this campus, must remember that we owe it all to a legendary and visionary immigrant from Poland, Father Józef Dąbrowski. There have been approximately 137 commencement exercises at the seminary, graduating young men who are about to be ordained into the Catholic priesthood to faithfully serve God, the Church, the Polish community, and the United States.
I now call upon the graduates to come forward when their names are called to receive the diplomas. First, the degree of Master of Divinity.
There have been thousands of young men ordained into the Catholic priesthood, originally serving the Polish-American community, but more recently that the Polish immigration has substantially diminished. These young men have been ordained to serve the American community at large, and what a blessing they were and are. Dear friends, I speak to you as a proud member of the Board of Trustees of the St. Cyril and Methodius Seminary at the Orchard Lake Schools. I have a topic to discuss regarding the seminary. Hopefully you have received notice or heard of an event on the Orchard Lake Schools campus on February 5th for the Mass of gratitude for the St. Cyril and Methodius Seminary for its 137 years of exemplary service. I wish to explain the genesis of this event. A few weeks after making the very difficult and painful decision to suspend the activities of the seminary, Sister Nancy Jamros, a Felician sister, for many years a member of the Seminary Board of Trustees and a regent of the Orchard Lake Schools, who has been very involved in the seminary, proposed to the seminary board that an event be held to honor the significant achievements over 137 years of the seminary and its legendary founder, Father Józef Dąbrowski. We know that Father Józef Dąbrowski invited the Felician sisters to the United States when he was a pastor of a parish in Wisconsin to help with educating the youth. We also know of the strong historic bond between the Felician sisters and the Orchard Lake Schools. I myself remember as a student at St. Mary's Preparatory in Orchard Lake 60 years ago how the Felician sisters ran the kitchen and the laundry. They were dedicated to the schools. For many years, a Felician sister was Father Milewski's secretary. We took Sister Jamros' suggestion very seriously and accepted it, believing it to be an inspiration. Sister Jamros assumed the chairmanship of the planning committee for the event. Members of the Seminary Board of Trustees formed the Event Planning and Execution Committee. We decided that it would be very appropriate for this event to coincide with the feast of St. Cyril and Methodius on February 14th. The closest Sunday to February 14th is, of course, February 12th. We decided upon February 5th instead because we know that February 12th is Super Bowl Sunday. We knew that would present a difficult decision for some. We certainly did not want to compete with the Super Bowl. We knew that in order to honor the seminaries and its founders, Father Dąbrowski's achievements, there must be a Mass and a fine reception. So we launched the plan. We invited Bishop Thomas Pomprocki from the Diocese of Springfield, Illinois, to be the celebrant of Mass. Bishop Pomprocki has been a member of the seminary's Board of Trustees for many years and has been a great supporter of the seminary. Recently, he affiliated several seminary graduates who have been ordained to serve in his diocese. He is well known in the Polish community and is of Polish ancestry. We invited Monsignor Francis Koper to be the homilist. Monsignor Koper was rector of the seminary for many years and knows the history of the seminary very well. Monsignor Koper is also an alumnus of St. Mary's Preparatory and College in Orchard Lake. We knew that Father Koper will present an educational and moving homily. Monsignor Koper gladly accepted the invitation. Monsignor Koper will also be a concelebrant of the Mass. Father Bernard Witek, director of the St. John Paul II Liturgical Center, Monsignor Tim Whalen, former chancellor of the Orchard Lake Schools, and Monsignor Charles Kosanki, former rector of the seminary for many years, will also concelebrate the Mass. We also invited Bishop Francis Rees, who has been involved in the seminary for many years and was Archbishop Vigneron's representative to the Orchard Lake Schools. Bishop Rees wishes to attend the ceremony, but he currently lives in Florida, and we don't yet know if he will be able to make the trip to Orchard Lake. After Mass at the banquet, Sister Jamros will discuss the Felician sisters' long-standing relationship with Father Józef Dąbrowski and the Orchard Lake Schools. Monsignor Tim Whalen will discuss his memories of the seminary when he was chancellor. Monsignor Charles Kosanki will discuss his tenure as rector of the seminary. Father Nicholas Cafaro, a graduate of the seminary representing the seminary's graduates, will share his recollections of the seminary. Father Cafaro is also a member of the seminary's Board of Trustees. The speeches won't be long. We presented this plan to the Board of Regents at the last meeting, and the regents unanimously supported the plan. I wish to add that the school's development department, under the direction of Mr. Chris Charnik, is responsible for executing official events, and together we are working towards a successful celebration. Dear friends, from this explanation, I hope you see that the planners of this ceremony are very good, religious, and faithful people. I also hope that you believe that the celebration's purpose is sincere and is strictly intended to honor the achievements of the seminary and its founder, Father Józef Dąbrowski, and that there is not the slightest hidden agenda. We hope to see you at the Orchard Lake Schools campus on February 5th for this event. Now, just one more thing about the banquet.
If someone wishes to attend the banquet following Mass who has not yet purchased an admission ticket, please call Lisa Gray at the Orchard Lake Schools on 248-392-9974 or email at lgray@orchardlakeschools.com to reserve a ticket. The ticket price is $50 per person. The ticket price includes a fine dinner with wine and an honorarium for the Mass choir and dinner pianist.
If someone prefers to only participate in the Mass, we certainly invite you to the Mass. Thank you for listening.